Data plus insights. How strategists master integration. Numbers reveal what, stories reveal why. Together, they create wisdom. Before we dive in, grab the PDF handout linked in the description. And if this resonates, hit subscribe. We're building a community of strategic thinkers here. The strategic paradox. Here's the thing. You're drowning in data, yet starving for wisdom. Sound familiar? Quantitative data shows what happens. The numbers, the metrics, the dashboards. But qualitative insights? They explain why. The motivations, the context, the human truth behind those numbers. And integration, that's your competitive advantage. But here's my question for you. Are you actually integrating, or are you just collecting more data hoping it'll speak for itself? Your Quest roadmap. 6 lessons ahead. Lesson 1. Start with questions, not data. Are you guilty of this? Opening the spreadsheet before you even know what problem you're solving. Lesson 2. Patterns versus explanations. Lesson 3. Triangulation strategy. Lesson 4. Cross-functional dialogue. Lesson 5. Data storytelling. Lesson 6. Iterative validation. Each builds on the last. Novice Navigator complete. 100 XP earned. Let's go deeper. Lesson 1. Question first. Start with strategy, not spreadsheets. Netflix didn't optimize DVD shipments when they saw decline. They asked a different question. What shift in consumer behavior is this signaling? See the difference? One question keeps you stuck in a dying model. The other opens streaming. So here's your challenge. Can you define your strategic challenge in one sentence right now? Not improve metrics, not increase engagement. The real question, the one that scares you a bit. Map what each data type can reveal, then design research to answer sub-questions. Ries in the Lean Startup nails this. Hypotheses over assumptions. Are you assuming or actually testing? Lesson 2, division of labor. Quantitative on the left, qualitative on the right. Quantitative identifies patterns, shows scale, reveals correlations. The what and how much. Qualitative explains why, provides context, uncovers meaning. The why and how. Airbnb saw it. 2.5 times more bookings with professional photos. That's the pattern. But why? They interviewed users. Guests needed to envision themselves in the space. Emotional trust through imagery. So they offered free photography. Think about your last decision. Did you stop at the pattern, or did you dig for the why? Most people stop too early. Which are you? Avoid the bias trap. Our thinking shapes our interpretation of data more than data shapes our thinking. Let that sink in. Numbers provide statistical power, yes, but stories eliminate blind spots. Together, they catch what each misses alone. Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow reveals these cognitive patterns. System 1 thinking, fast, emotional. System 2, slow, analytical. Are you engaging both or leaning too hard on one? Be honest with yourself here. Lesson 3, triangulate everything. Validate through multiple lenses. Spotify's skip rate story proves this. Data showed skips rising. Most teams would panic. Our recommendations are broken. Fix the algorithm. But Spotify didn't stop there. They triangulated. Surveys, A/B tests, focus groups. What did they find? Not poor recommendations. Exploratory browsing behavior. Users were discovering, not dissatisfied. So they optimized for discovery instead. Strategy. Use 3 or more independent sources for every hypothesis. Nate Silver's The Signal and the Noise teaches this. Distinguishing patterns from noise. What's your single source of truth costing you right now? Lesson 4. Break the silos. Create dialogue loops. P&G Swiffer wasn't born in a lab. Home visits revealed cleaning frustrations. That's qualitative. Then they queried databases for market size, quantitative. Then targeted deep dives back to qualitative. It's a virtuous cycle. Bi-weekly integration sessions, rotate team members across functions, require joint deliverables, celebrate integrated breakthroughs. Peter Senger's The 5th Discipline covers systems thinking, organizations that learn together. Here's the uncomfortable question. Is your org chart preventing integration? Are your data scientists and customer success teams even in the same room? 150 XP earned, Insight Architect milestone unlocked. Lesson 5. Tell the story. Engage both System 1 and System 2. The framework is simple. Story, then data, then implication. Open with a qualitative anecdote. Hit the emotion. Meet Sarah, who cancelled her subscription because present quantitative scale, satisfy the logic. This represents 22% of churned users. Connect to strategic action. Drive the decision. Addressing this could recover 1.2 million annually. Chip and Dan Heath's Made to Stick nails this. Sticky messages need both concrete details and credible evidence. But here's where most people mess up. They lead with data, bury the story, and wonder why nobody acts. Sound familiar? Flip the script. Lesson 6. Iterate always. Integration is a cycle, not an event. Slack discovered their 2,000 message tipping point through iteration. Usage data revealed the pattern. Interviews explained why successful teams hit that threshold. New hypothesis. Accelerate teams toward 2,000 messages faster. Onboarding tests validated it quantitatively. User feedback refined it qualitatively. The loop never stops. Treat insights as provisional. Build feedback loops into execution. Maintain a learning backlog. Document your evolution. Eric Ries again with the startup way. Lean principles for iteration. Quick gut check. When was the last time you changed your mind based on new data? If you can't remember, you're not iterating, you're defending. What this looks like. Without integration, our engagement is down 15%. Let's add more features. Classic mistake. More features, more complexity. Engagement drops further. With integration, engagement dropped 15%. That's quantitative. We interviewed users. They're overwhelmed by complexity. That's qualitative. We simplified the interface. We tested impact quantitatively. Result? 22% improvement. See the difference? Same starting point, completely different outcome. Which path are you on right now? Integration toolkit. Try this. Define one strategic question before any analysis, not after, before. Try this. Add the missing dimension to your next decision. All data, add stories. All intuition, add numbers. Try this. Schedule your first integration session with a cross-functional team this week, not next month, this week. Try this. Build one Story-Data-Implication brief. Practice the framework. 200 XP earned. Engagement enchanter unlocked. But here's the real question. Will you actually do these, or will this be another presentation you nod along to and forget tomorrow? The hard truth. What to expect. Integration is resource intensive. It requires time and coordination. It demands tolerance for ambiguity. There's temptation to cherry-pick confirming data. We all feel it. But the alternative? Better bets despite uncertainty. Not perfect decisions, better ones. So what's your next bold step toward integration? Don't wait for perfect conditions. They're not coming. Start messy, start small, start now. The mindset shift, from seeking certainty to embracing nuanced wisdom. Best strategies emerge not from perfect data, but from thoughtfully integrated imperfect information. You're not eliminating uncertainty. You're making better bets. David Epstein's range explores this. Generalists who integrate diverse knowledge often outperform specialists. Are you trying to be perfect, or are you trying to be wise? There's a difference. Your competitive advantage. Master strategists don't choose between data and empathy. They integrate both. Question before data. Triangulate ruthlessly. Break silos. Iterate continuously. Download the complete guide in the description. Reference these strategies anytime. Quest complete, pro deck template badge unlocked. And if you're serious about strategic thinking, subscribe to this channel. We're just getting started. One final thought. The future belongs to integrators, not the data hoarders, not the gut feeling gurus, the integrators. So here's my challenge. Apply one strategy today, not tomorrow, today. Which one will it be? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.